We saw in the news this past week where Ben Carson was speaking to HUD, and he made a reference to immigrants or slaves as immigrants, and that this is the land of opportunity, this is the land of prosperity, this is the land of happiness and abundance, and that even those individuals who involuntarily came to the U.S. by means of slavery, he used the term immigration, and that just set literally everybody on fire for him using the term immigrants as opposed to slaves. Now, he did not use this term maliciously. He's not trying to downplay the atrocities of slavery, but this is just an example of the media jumping on literally anything and everything they can find when an individual makes a slip of the tongue. Now, back in 2015, President Obama made a similar comparison in a naturalization ceremony where he compared immigrants to slaves who face similar hardships when they come to this country.
And that was a correct comparison, because immigrants who come to this country do face similar situations and conditions that slaves did during slavery. But Dr. Ben Carson, a brain surgeon, sit there and makes an asinine statement and remark that compares people who came to America as slaves in bondage in the holds of ships as involuntary immigrants. This poor brother is a classic case of a head bowing, knee bending, behind kissing, scratch where he don't it Negro leader who's been brainwashed by an establishment that handpicked a brain surgeon to be the HUD secretary. That's a damn shame. He's a brain surgeon that's the HUD secretary. I'll take the only black brother you got and put him over housing as the HUD secretary, and he's a brain surgeon. That just goes to show you how ignorant this poor brother really is.
We need to look at his statement as a whole. We are pinpointing one word that he used. We need to be looking at the message as a whole. And I think his message is fantastic, in that even if you come to this country with the odds stacked against you, you have the opportunity to make yourself better. You have the opportunity to give your kids the world through education, through good opportunities, through working hard.
But wait a minute, ma'am.
If we would have been born in Pakistan, we would not be given those opportunities today.
But when we came to America slaves, we were forbidden to have a knowledge of ourselves. We were robbed of our history, our culture, our humanity. We were even robbed of the right to be parents to the children that we produced. For 300 years, we were not allowed to even read. We were caught reading. They would gouge out our eyes. Poor Ben Carson forgot the history of his people because he is a man that has been brainwashed by white supremacy. Bottom line, he's a poor excuse of a black doctor making an asinine remark that makes him look like a fool.
Now, I don't think there was any sort of malice in his statement.
No, there was no malice.
And I don't think that...
I agree. There was no malice.
He had one slip of the tongue. Do I agree?
Malice. He's just a sellout Negro leader who don't know any better.
You've made your point, Quanell. Do I agree that he used the wrong terminology? Absolutely. But let's look at the statement as a whole. And let's remember, if we're going to be equally as critical to Ben Carson, then we need to look at Barack Obama's statement back in 2015.
You white folks love men like Ben Carson.
And you too, Quanell.
No, I do not.